Welcome back to Shaun Unshowered for Shaun Unshowered episode 5. I won't have my guest joining me today. William's not with us anymore. Not today. He had an incident preventing him from joining the filming today, in which pertaining to he stepped on a rake in his yard and he's sick. So, you viewers, if you'd like to see William come back, I'm sure you'd all send him cards for his well wishes, and hopefully that he'll be back to join us on Shaun Unshowered next time for episode 6, but not now. Episode 5, I'm flying solo, just like in the old days, and I didn't need William at all. So get well soon. And thoughts and prayers, and it's a get well soon scenario. So today I am reviewing 2 movies. The first one I'll be bringing you is the Prince of Egypt. I don't have the case anymore, so I'm gonna have to show you the CD, the DVD. 1998. That proves that cartoons aren't just for kids anymore. This was one of the first God cartoons to come out, where Moses is raised in Egypt, and one day he learns the truth that no one wants to hear. He's actually was born an Israelite. So he goes on and runs away and teams up with God in an event, in an effort to liberate his fellow Israel. It's a classic film. The music was rather forgettable. The animation was good. This was still when people had hand-drawn animation and not just your shit CGI Toy Story. One thing I found interesting upon analyzing this film, which I decided to give it a watch recently, because it was the Easter season has been upon us, and in which Jesus Christ rose from the dead, and if he sees his shadow, we'd have 6 more weeks of winter, which has been the case, as most of you have noticed around here. But that doesn't happen in this movie. It might be in the deleted scenes. This is just disc 1. But the most interesting thing about this picture was I found that if you fast forward to the end of the film and watch it in reverse, it's a totally different movie. If you watch the whole movie on rewind, it's about a man who gathers all of his own people and walks backwards for 40 days and 40 nights, brings all of the dead babies in Egypt back to life, turns the bloody rivers into water, and heals the Pharaoh's people's illnesses, and then puts his people to work taking apart pyramids. So that was a very interesting. My second film, this is a classic. You have to pop the popcorn for these classic VHS tapes. Carrie by Stephen King, starring Beware of Carrie's Power, color 1976. This was a Brian De Palma film starring Carrie and John Travolta. Now, everyone has suddenly been on an It craze where from August until January, all anyone talked about was the It remake, and then it fell off the face of the fucking earth, and nobody has mentioned it again. It seems to have gone the way of the pop vinyls that abundantly produce, that they put them out about the movie. How ironic. This is an unforgettable film, but this movie is if you have seen it before, go watch it again. If you haven't seen it before, it's about a girl with magical powers that seems to make things happen all around her. She's picked on at school, and her mother is overbearing, and the drop-dead gorgeous John Travolta even asks her to prom. the most wicked twist of this movie, in case you haven't seen this. I'm not going to spoil the end, but I am going to say that right before the end where she goes to hell, and a twist happens where Carrie, who has preyed on all of these other classmates and students with her evil powers, gets what's coming to her when in the unforgettable scene where she's crowned Queen of the Prom, every girl's worst nightmare happens and she starts her period, as you can see. And as far as John Travolta, Stephen King's Carrie, I'd recommend that you carry yourself to go see if they have this tape in Redbox. Now, this show seems somewhat lonely now without William around, but if you're listening from your hospital bed, I'd like to challenge you. I've noticed a lot of these YouTube people have been doing hot sauce challenges and hot pepper challenges, where they've been eating the hottest sauces and noodles imaginable and then challenging their friends to do the same. So don't do it now in the hospital while you're still on the mend, but once you get up and on your feet again, I expect you to return my challenge in kind, and put a video down here right under there where under the like buttons where there'd be a little link to your video. And if you're watching this, please like, comment, and subscribe. But I challenge you, William, to have the hottest sauce alive that I'm gonna eat right now, and challenge you to do the same. Oh, I've got you now, buddy. Let's see if you can step up. You can step on a rake, but let's see if you can step up to this. I'm gonna take this whole bottle of Tabasco sauce right here on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put 2 drops in this whole 16-ounce cup of water, and I'm gonna drink it right here. And as you can see, that you can kind of see the red still. It's in the water. I don't want to go crazy. Make sure it's good and mixed. Here's looking at you. Here's to you, William. Woo! Woo! Whoa! They don't call it Texas Pete for nothing. It's gonna light me up and make my ass fly off to Texas. But why they call it Texas Pete. Anyway, thank you for joining me once again for Shaun Unshowered. I'm so glad to be back, bringing you the reviews, the spills, and the chills. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. And get well soon to William. Rest in peace. Get well soon, William.